Hello, Alamal. Hey, everybody. So outside today is a gray, gross winter December day, and it's time to pick my next book to read. So I'm going to let you help me choose. I have got a selection of 4 books today. These are YA, and I'm going to read a little bit about them for you, and then you can help me choose which one, because they all sound really good and interesting, and I need some help here. So let's start with number 1 is Seeker by Arwen, Elys, Dayton. It says it's soon to be a major motion picture. So I have to see, I should check when that is going to happen, because maybe I can, it's always fun to read the book and then watch the movie. So let's see, when did this one come out? It says 2015, so it should be out. That was a while ago. This one's a little bit old, but I have never seen this before. So Seeker. The night Quinn Kincaid takes her oath, she will become what she has trained to be her entire life. She will become a seeker. This is her legacy, and it is an honor. As a seeker, Quinn will fight beside her 2 closest companions, Shinobu and John, to protect the weak and the wronged. Together they will stand for light in a shadowy world, and she'll be with the boy she loves, who's also her best friend. Isn't that always the way it is? But the night Quinn takes her oath, everything changes. Being a seeker is not what she thought. Her family is not what she thought. Even the boy she loves is not who she thought. And now it's too late to walk away. Ooh. Okay, so that sounds like a high fantasy. There's a sword. I don't know, some ram's heads on here or something. So that sounds like a real high fantasy YA novel. So that's option 1. Then I've got, this is Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. And let's see, this says, Ellery Downing, and I picked this one. I like the cover. I like the bees, and I don't know, for some reason this reminds me of spring, and because it's really gross outside right now, I'm like, ooh, that might, talk about being warm, which I'd really like. Okay, Ellery Downing is waiting for something to happen. Life in isolated Amity Falls, surrounded by an impenetrable forest, has a predictable sameness. Her days are filled with tending to her family's beehives. That sounds nice. Chasing after her sisters and dreaming of bigger things, while her twin brother Samuel is free to roam as he wishes. Early settlers fought off monstrous creatures in the woods, and whispers that the creatures still exist keep the Downings and their neighbors from venturing too far. When some townsfolk go missing on a trip to fetch supplies, a heavy unease settles over the falls. Strange activities begin to plague the town, and as the seasons change, it's clear that something is terribly wrong. The creatures are real, and they're offering to fulfill the residents' deepest desires, however grand, for just a small favor. No favor. Probably your soul, I'm guessing. These seemingly trifling demands, however, hide sinister intentions. Of course they do. Soon, Ellery finds herself in a race against time to stop Amity Falls, her family, and the boy she loves from going up in flames. Okay, so also fantasy, but more monsters, maybe kind of a little horror-y, potentially. It depends, I guess, on how creepy these woodland monsters are. So that's number 2. Then we've got Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. This one, in general, Karou, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Karou, Karou, has managed to keep her 2 lives in balance. On the one hand, she's a 17-year-old art student in Prague. Well, how fancy for her. On the other, Erin girl, to the monstrous creature who is the closest thing she has to family. Oh, that sounds lovely. Raised half in our world and half in elsewhere, she has never understood Brimstone's dark work, buying teeth from hunters and murderers. Delightful. Nor how she came into his keeping. She is a secret even to herself, plagued by the sensation that she isn't whole. Now that doors to elsewhere are closing, and Karou must choose between the safety of her human life and the dangers of a war-ravaged world that may hold the answers she has always sought. I just go with the human life as an artist in Prague. But anyway, okay, so another fantasy, a different world that they can go into, but also set in Prague, which sounds kind of fun because an art student in Prague probably has a really nice life. So yeah, that could be a fun one too. And the last one, The last option I've got is Persephone Station by Stina Leicht. Probably pronouncing that wrong. So this is a sci-fi. I don't read a lot of sci-fi, but this looked kind of interesting. The lady on the cover looked very interesting with her little circuitry face. I don't know if it's a tattoo or what it is. A must read of 2021, says Book Riot, and I believe you, Book Riot. So a little bit here. Persephone Station, a seemingly backwater planet that has largely been ignored by the United Republic of Worlds, becomes the focus for Sereo Orlov Corporation, as the planet has a few secrets they tenaciously want to exploit. Of course they do, because they're a big corporation, right? Rosie, she sounds nice, owner of Monk's Bar in the town of West Brinner, caters to wannabe criminals and rich earther tourists of a sort at the front bar. However, exactly two types of people drink at Monk's back bar, members of a rather exclusive club and those who seek to employ them. Is this like the hive of villainy in Star Wars? I'm not a huge knowledge of that, but there's like a bar in Star Wars, right, where all the bad people hang out. And maybe that's this. Angel, an ex-Marine and head of a semi-organized band of beneficent criminals, wayward assassins, and washed-up mercenaries with a penchant for doing the honorable thing, is asked to perform a job for Rosie. What this job reveals will affect Persephone and put Angel and her squad up against an army. Despite the odds, they are rearing for a fight with the Sereo Orlov Corporation. For Angel, she knows that once honor is lost, there's no regaining it. That doesn't mean she can't damn well try. Okay, so Angel sounds like a badass. That must be Angel on the cover, I'm assuming. So those are the 4 book options. Persephone Station, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Small Favors, and Seeker. So put in the comments which one you think that I should read, and then I'll let you know and I'll read it, and then I'll give you a little review on it. So help me out, please. Come on.